This is video 4 of my top 5 best comic book movies list in response to KWAL0307. Coming in at number 2 is
Slave, Barbarian, Warrior, Thief, Conan.
They said you'd come, a man of great strength, conqueror, one who could crush the snakes of the earth.
Purveyors of their own deaths.
He's evil, a sorcerer who can summon demons.
Day of doom is here! What daring! What arrogance! I salute you.
Age undreamed of comes the most incredible adventurer of all. The man they call Conan the Barbarian. Coming to a theater near you from Universal Pictures.
This movie is incredible. The writing and directing is flawless, and the cinematography and special effects is incredible without the use of CGI for the most part. The snake scene where Subotai and Conan are trying to steal the eye of the serpent, that was awesome. I mean, seeing Conan grapple a snake and Subotai shooting arrows, which was incredible because he's shooting arrows actually at Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is really, really well done. I'm glad there is no CGI involved in that, and this movie came out way before Hollywood decided to make CGI everything. Thank God. Thank God. Anyway, let's talk about James Earl Jones as Thulsa Doom. He is incredible. I really applaud his acting. He is without a doubt one of the best villains in probably comic book movie history, really. There is no way you could cheer for him. He really made the movie special by everything, really. What he said, what he did, everything you would be against him, which is really important because without him, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan would probably have been okay, but he needs a good villain, and Thulsa Doom as James Earl Jones is that. Now onto Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the definitive Conan. He breathes the life into that character. His journey is incredible, greatly acted. Now I say this because his transition, you want him to get revenge. I mean, he lost everything. You can see it in his emotion. Arnold plays it real well. You can tell that even though he really, really loves Valeria, he really wants revenge. He wants to. He lost everything, but And that is, to him, more important than anything. And you can see it. And when Arnold Schwarzenegger is pushing that thing, and you see his head prop up, oh, that's just like this. The fans and audience, you're with him the whole movie. I really think he's really the definitive Conan. I don't know what they were thinking when they made Conan 2011, because that's a pile of shit. That had nothing. You had no villain that you could really care about. And Conan, the way he was written in that movie, due to terrible writing, you couldn't care less about Conan. So you have two people in the movie that you don't care about. So, I don't know, maybe they just didn't understand the character or something. Thank God Hollywood came to its senses, and we're gonna get another Conan movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, a retro quo, instead of a prequel, sequel, retro quo. What we're getting is the next chapter of Conan. Conan is going to be an older person, just like in the movies. He's sitting in the throne, sort of like what I'm doing. I'm sitting in this white chair, and he's finally a king. And he's just like this. What we're going to get is finally we're going to get that story. It's called The Legend of Conan. And I can't wait for it to come out. The only thing that I can sadly say is Mako won't be in the movie because he's dead, sadly. And the person who I think made the theme songs and stuff like that, Basil, I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, he's sadly passed away too, so I think they're going to have to get someone to come up with music, because music really got you going in this movie, and it was really, really complimentary. I can't think of a movie that had music, the directing, the writing, the acting, everything is wonderful. Cinematography is mind-blowing. And you can see the journey. The journey is also special. You see him come from a slave to a warrior to a kind of thief, and then finally he gets his revenge, and at the end, sitting on his throne, he's a king, even though he lost Valeria. In a touching scene, I love it when Subotai says, "He won't cry, so I won't cry for him." And I just love this, okay? I'm gonna excuse the lack of whatever. I love this. I just love that. Conan the Barbarian is awesome, and it deserves to be number 2.